I do believe last night they won the MSI tournament.
Correct.
So up against another really fantastic team. So this is going to be a very telling match to see like how these players interact with each other, how much they've built their chemistry over the course of playing Valorant together just in general. It's going to be a really fun one here on Ascent, Dilly.
Yeah, it's certainly a big chapter, I think, for either of these teams' history. As you said, headshot percentage building some momentum here in recent weeks. Their performances in the last couple weeks of the Valorant Sunday Showdown have been on a steady upwards trend. And likewise for Bazooka, this is chapter 1. This is their first real trial as a roster. And so it will be interesting to see if they've got what it takes to take it to the upper echelon of the Valorant Sunday Showdown, taking a quick look at the lock-ins. We see Apex going in for the Jet for Bazooka. K-Size picking up the Jet for headshot percentage. Casper, as always, on the Sova, going to be going up against Jae Sung on the opposite side there, the rival Sova for headshot percentage. Other than that, it is fairly standard rounding it out. It looks like we will see the mirror matchup of the two Reynas going up against each other. Definitely going to want to be keeping an eye on Exalt. This is a player that can make or break the game for headshot percentage.
Yeah, absolutely, especially on that Reyna pick. We love seeing these Reynas pop off, get some of those crazy dismissals, you know, in there, escaping imminent death because of that ridiculous, super balanced ability from Reyna. But other than that, like you said, a nice mirror matchup here. We've got the Reyna on both sides. We've got the Jet on both sides. So this is going to be a really fun matchup. It's going to be a duelist diff here in this matchup. Who's going to be better?
Yeah, who will be feasting? Who will go hungry? We will find out here on Ascent, taking a nice peek at these corridors that will be host to a bevy of action here for the top 32 week number 40 here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown. Thank you so much for joining us here. So excited to have you guys along with us here for headshot percentage going up against Bazooka here on Ascent. Best of one. These teams with one opportunity to etch their mark on the top 16 of this week's competition. We'll see who has the edge. Now, taking a look at the setups getting going for the first half. Bazooka starting out on defense. As we said, Casper on the Sova, Neji on the Reyna for Bazooka, Fig picking up the Cypher there, Apex on Jet, Yum07 picking up the Omen there. Will be interesting, specifically keeping an eye on Fig. I feel that the Cypher is a new pickup for Fig. I don't feel that I usually see him on these intel gathering agents. Is that fair to say?
Whenever we saw the Wichita Wolves on Split, he would always play Cypher.
Okay.
Yeah, and he would, I mean, a lot of people like to say that Cypher isn't amazing on Split, but for some reason, Fig always made it work. He always come out with some of those, like, A-main kills and frags just because of his camera placements. But other than that, he's a pretty cracked out player. So, like you said, we'll definitely be watching Fig and how he's able to play on this Cypher.
Yeah, one of the things that's really been the cornerstone for teams' performances here on Ascent is those flanks that come in the later stages of the round, the wraparound, specifically from Cyphers that are able to scout out the best possible avenues and take advantage of those avenues, use them to the best of their ability to really pull the rug out from under some of these teams. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on Fig as well as Miniature on the opposite side, picking up the Cypher for headshot percentage. Miniature, I think a name that sparks a light bulb in my head when I see Miniature. I see Miniature and I say, that's a playmaker. That's someone who can come up big. Still, though, I think untested, unproven here in the later stages of the VSS.
Yeah, so it looks like he's hoping to make, you know, a big mark here. I don't know if you ever played sports, Dilly, like in high school or whatever. Yeah. But it looked like they were running some suicides there, going back and forth, you know, getting their legs running.
Rule number 1, cardio.
Yes,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Got to keep the heart rate up. So headshot percentage running us through an exercise here as we finally get that clock ticking down to 0. Get us started off for this first round, first half here, top 32 Valorant Sunday Showdown. We've got Bazooka on defense, trying to stand in the way of headshot percentage. Here we go. Neji on the Reyna, pushing up a corridor. Won't be greeted by anyone except Miniature lurking around that box, but Miniature taking a peek with the camera is not going to spot out Neji, but Neji won't spot out Fig either. It looks like it is a catwalk play here from headshot percentage. Here comes the train moving on up catwalk. They are playing fairly patiently here. Yum07 ready to go. Gets spotted out by the recon bolt. That's bad news for Yum07. Has to run on out of there. And here comes the execute out onto A, but it's a slow push. Headshot percentage get a bit tripped up, and here comes Apex to capitalize. Gets that kill through the A corridor on the opposite side of A site. That's going to send headshot percentage over to this B site. Josh RT sends a few warning shots towards the CT side. Nothing doing there, but headshot percentage, the few obstacles in their way to get themselves started out. Less than 40 seconds on the clock now. Here comes Josh around the corner, finds that first big shot, finds a second onto Fig, but here comes the defenders finding 2 kills of their own before Apex gets shut down by Jaesung, bringing us into this 2v2. Yum07 has the angle, didn't have the timing, but Yum07 is saved there by Neji. Neji saving the day for Bazooka, and the new team on the block takes the first round over headshot percentage.
Whoo, man, some of this game sense is absolutely off the charts. I mean, you saw Yum07 in that tree area, kind of holding catwalk, but he had a feeling. He saw that no one was in B main or A main, and there's nowhere else for them to be. It's in mid, so he kind of backs off, and you saw that incredible recon dart come out from Jaesung into that tree area and spot him out, but he was still in a perfect position to get himself safe back on that backside. But still, I mean, it's still Bazooka's win here, so that is a fantastic thing for them. Great start. I'm really excited to see more, especially when we start getting rifles in the hands of these players.
Yeah, headshot percentage now on the force buy, looking to even the score up as soon as possible. Here comes K Saez on the backside here with that stinger. Is completely smoked out. The vision denial working wonders here for Bazooka. Here comes the execute out onto B site. Fig trying to hold it down, will be taken out. Does a massive load of damage there, does Fig, but it's not enough to save the day. There's the spike plant for headshot percentage. Neji now working their way through site as Miniature takes the head off of Yum07. A big shot there. Now Bazooka with only 3 defenders remaining. Casper trying to even the tides, finds the kill, finds big damage, but gets taken out by Josh RTs once again. Apex trying to follow up here, find some revenge. Neji gets the kill onto Josh RTs, but that is all they will find. Headshot percentage even us up at 1 apiece just as quick as that.
Beautiful play from these players. I mean, headshot percentage were on kind of the back foot there, but they forced for those stingers, and it worked. It worked in their favor. They got at least 1 Spectre in their hands now from the hands of Bazooka, but other than that, it sent Bazooka back on their back foot. We see a Frenzy and a bunch of classics, and I gotta say, those Frenzies did some work in round 1. We've been seeing Frenzies kind of pop up in the meta here. A lot of people are saying that Frenzy is like the most OP gun in the game for what it is, but look at this, Kasazy bringing it up with the stinger.
Absolutely, big kill there. Really working to show how versatile the Stinger was, especially in that second round, able to take mid-range and longer range engagements. Now with the double kill there onto Fig, these Stingers putting in some absolute work here for headshot percentage. Bazooka has been left a bit reeling here. The recon bolt spotting out Apex, sends Apex to their death. Casper finds a little cheeky damage there on the side, but that's all they will find. Just a bit of chip damage for Constellation. Yum07, shorty in hand. Oh man, finds the, oh goodness, finds the rival Omen, finds the double click as well. That is a Constellation prize and a Constellation Spectre going over to Yum07. Can they capitalize here? Yes, with the double kill. Exalt though comes from behind and puts an end to that. Bazooka, they're doing some damage, not able to get the round together. This will be, though, the full buy here for the defenders.
Ooh, huge moment here. I'm so excited to see how these players are able to handle this next round with, I mean, look at the guns on the side of headshot percentage. I mean, they're banking. They're banking right now. They've got lots of money in hand. It doesn't matter if they lose this round. But there's one thing I have to point out, that the Cypher trip that was thrown into logs just to spot out that jet in there was crazy. The fact that they were able to get that from like B main, the garage area, all the way over there to logs was big brain plays right there.
Absolutely, showing just how far these characters can be pushed to the limit. Here it comes the Blade Storm from Headshot Percentage, looking to find some opening kills, but it's Fig who gets the action started onto Exalt. Apex follows up onto Miniature. There goes the kill onto Fig. Casper follows up with the revenge, and Headshot Percentage, it looked promising for them to start out this round, but they only been able to find one kill. Now with only 2 members remaining, close Jaesung was there to a kill, only able to find some damage there, but now the walls are certainly starting to close in. Neji finds one before getting traded out by Josh Ortiz, now all by themselves. Josh trying to hold it down here, and the shock dart comes in from Casper. Simply too much damage, and Bazooka get us tied up 2 apiece off the back of that full buy.
Man, it seems like Bazooka is saying, hey, just sting us, we'll shock you, all right? You know, we'll return the favor. But now there are some big guns in the hands of Headshot Percentage, and this is going to be a nice, fun round. We're going to see, I will say, though, Josh Ortiz, look at this, a Spectre. That's all he can afford at the moment. Kind of top fragging for his team, but I have a feeling he probably bought the op for the jet. But, I mean, other than that, that's a really unfortunate situation to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly not ideal. We'll have to make the best of this situation here. Now 2 ultimates available for Bazooka, Bladestorm and Empress ready to rock. Those could make a big impact here for Bazooka. Used correctly, Headshot Percentage certainly has to be aware of that possibility. They have an Empress in the pocket as well. Nothing else to back that up there. No Wombo potential for the ultimates on the attacking side. Just playing this one safe, trying to scout out Bazooka, giving anything away, but Bazooka playing with their cards close to their chest for this 5th round. Kesai's trying to find that shot there. Won't be able to come up lucky through that mid corridor, and Headshot Percentage now as the clock starts to work towards them. They're going to have to make a decision here soon. It looks like it will be the A side for the attackers. Apex holding this heaven angle. It's going to have to come up big alongside Fig for Bazooka. Miniature, though. Oh, goodness gracious. Got a little too complacent, I think, there on that hold. Gets taken out. And now Headshot Percentage in a difficult 4v5 is less than 25 seconds remaining now. They've got to put all of their eggs in the A basket. Here it comes. Apex holding down this angle. Dashes forward straight onto sight. Gets sniped down, but Neji able to find a kill out of that. 1 for 1. Now 2 for 1 as Exalt picks up Fig, bringing us into a 3v3 now. Bazooka trying to take this site back as Headshot Percentage get the spike down. 2 members on this heaven angle as Casper takes down Jaesung. Headshot Percentage struggling to hold on to this site now as Exalt goes down to Neji. Just 1 member remaining. K-Size with that op available. Don't think they're going to be able to clutch this one out. Casper mows them down, and Bazooka with a comfortable retake in the 5th.
That looked really clean, a really nice retake. You love to see that kind of stuff. Headshot Percentage had a really nice start off to the game, but Bazooka didn't fall for some of their tricks. They had 2 members on Cat kind of making a little bit of noise with the jet op, watching this market pizza area, hoping to get someone out on the retake or out on the rotate. But alas, Bazooka didn't fall for it this time, and that kind of gave Bazooka the round because they didn't allow the jet to get any of those frags.
Absolutely. Now Headshot Percentage very much with a force buy here in the 6th round. They're putting all of their money where their mouth is. I saw a Guardian and 2 Stingers as well. So certainly not an ideal equipment loadout. They do have the Cypher ultimate available, do Headshot Percentage, as well as the Hunter's Fury. Empress still ready to go, but Bazooka have a Hunter's Fury of their own, as well as their own Empress. Apex so close to finding the snipe there. Mid corridor is going to have to be forced to back away from that angle. Play it safe for now. Apex unable to convert that opening kill, and now headshot percentage able to establish themselves here, but Neji holding it down on market, trades 1-for-1 with Exalt. Exalt moving through. Jaesung takes down Yamo7. Is Apex still trying to land these snipes? Is unsuccessful as Bazooka trying to find these kills. Headshot percentage winning out, finding the edge in the end. There goes the Cypher ultimate for headshot percentage there. Miniature takes down Casper, and now in a 4v2, Bazooka, both of their remaining defenders split across the map. Fig completely revealed. Apex is going to have to try to find a bit of a miracle to get this one done for the defense.
What an angle Apex has with this operator, trying to get at least something. It looks like they might actually be going for the exit frags, or they were waiting for Fig to get into position. But it looks like he's going to be taken down quickly by Exalt with using the dismiss to get out of the sights of Apex, and there it is. Works out in his favor. Exalt with a nice 3K and some headshots to go with it. You love to see stuff like that, tying it up 3-3. Bazooka and headshot percentage are trading blows here.
Yeah, absolutely. The members of headshot percentage having a steady game here. Everyone producing, everyone contributing. On the side of Bazooka, it's a bit more tumultuous, showing flashes of brilliance, but Apex really struggling in that round. There was 3 big opportunities for Apex to find some sort of advantage for Bazooka, and Apex unable to convert on either of those opportunities. Bazooka, 4 ultimates available to their side now, so if they were going to try and guarantee a round, this would be the one. And Apex already making up for that last round, finds the head of K-Size. Now a 5v4 for Bazooka. They could still steal the lead away here from headshot percentage. They've just got to survive these remaining 4 members, these remaining 2 ultimates. Exalt has been so dangerous in the last couple rounds. Can the danger continue? Exalt wanting to push forward into Garden, but just that sense of there is some danger around the corner holding them back. Yamo7, meanwhile, over towards Market, holding it down, had the vision denied. Meanwhile, Exalt around the corner trades with Apex, but Exalt gets caught with the Leer in the hand. That's going to be a kill for Neji, and now headshot percentage down to 3 members remaining. They've been rather cheeky with these peeks, with these pushes. Will they pay the price? Yum07 looks to punish them, loses out to Miniature. Headshot percentage now with an opportunity on the B site. Only 1 defender there as of now. Will be Fig holding down the back of B site, trying to hold back this push. Apex coming around the corner with that blade spawn, dashes forward. Oh, no. So close. Apex to finding Miniature, but Miniature with the 180 wins out in the end. Now Fig on the corner of the site picks up the double kill, looking for the triple, loses out to Josh Ortiz, but now Josh Ortiz in the 1v2. Vandal in hand, no armor remaining, 70 HP as the spike goes down. There goes Neji, there goes the round. Bazooka steal away the lead from headshot percentage.
Oh, you hate to see stuff like that. The losing gunfights you shouldn't be losing. You had the drop. You had your crosshair right on their heads, but they won out with a beautiful headshot. I mean, Neji and Casper, they were trying to do as much as possible. Casper, with those recon darts, have been fantastic. They're really putting a thorn in the side of headshot percentage. You saw that at the beginning of last round where he hit it in top mid. You saw it there kind of towards the end of the round where they were spotting out some of the members holding down the site, and that just gave Bazooka every bit of advantage that they needed. And my goodness, this is a really fun game to watch so far, Dilly.
Yeah, really excited to have Casper back on the server. Casper was a regular of some of the earlier Valorant Sunday showdowns. Took a bit of a step back from the competitive scene, but looks back for more action. And what a showing it's been here in week number 40 for Casper. And there goes the Hunter's Fury for the side of headshot percentage, looking to do some damage, looking to reveal some of these defenders as Josh Ortiz teleports into the back lines. But Yamo7 is up for it, but the paranoia doesn't even matter. Josh Ortiz gets the kill through the paranoia. Fig, meanwhile, on B site, having to go up against all the attackers, sends out the Cypher ultimate just in the nick of time before he gets killed, gets that all valuable intel over towards the teammates, and now headshot percentage in a 4v3, but they've all been revealed.
Oh, this is a really unfortunate situation for Josh. He's going to have to really win out in these gunfights, and he doesn't. Neji is going to take him down and get overhealed at the moment. Apex does some damage to one of the members of Headshot Percentage, but there is another member, the Reyna, chilling out right underneath, gets a nice, beautiful headshot, but that was Jae-Sung to steal the kill. Neji coming in with a beautiful trade. Now, this is a 2v2 situation with Exalt, and a 1v1 now, my goodness. Miniature bringing it back. Who is going to win out on this gunfight?
Neji could come up big for Bazooka once more, but they've got to find Miniature, and the clock is certainly not on their side. Time has all but disappeared, and Miniature clutches it out in the end. Miniature finds redemption on B site. Headshot percentage tie us up at 4 apiece. No one's running away with this first half.
I can't believe the clinching moment of that explosion being right behind him while he's trying to get out of there. Definitely a scary moment, but that was a fantastic round for Headshot Percentage. Feeling really crispy in some of those gunfights. A nice push onto the B site. And this is, I mean, it's still 4-4 right now. Bazooka kind of on a bad buy. You see some judges on the field, some frenzies, and a sheriff. Are they going to be able to get anything out of these buys? We will have to see here. But this is a nice big push from Headshot Percentage and a lot of utility being used from Bazooka. Yamo7 takes down Exalt, and there is not a trade here at the moment.
Now Bazooka trying to hold their ground after the opening kill, but it's all fallen apart. The House of Cards has been knocked over. Bazooka with only 2 defenders remaining, albeit one is Neji. Neji has been absolutely popping off these last few rounds. 12 kills to his name. Can he find any more here in this 9th round? The answer will be no. Josh Ortiz takes down Neji. Fig, the lone defender remaining, just going to go on the hunt for some exit frags here as Headshot Percentage secure themselves the lead. And this has been an absolute boxing match of a first half thus far. These teams trading blows, neither of them able to put a streak together of any sort. Josh Ortiz cleans up there, takes down Fig. Headshot Percentage on their 5th round to close out the 9th. As we move into the 10th round, take a glimpse at the scoreboard here. Neji, 12-6-1, has certainly picked up the slack for Bazooka, but it's not been enough to slow the roll of Headshot Percentage here in this first half, taking 3 of the last 4 rounds, led by Josh Ortiz on the Omen, 10-7-4. Excellent performance from Josh thus far. See how that shapes up for the rest of this match.
An absolutely excellent performance, just like you said, Dilly. I mean, the kills aren't the kill disparity isn't huge between these two teams. I mean, they are taking blows on each other. They are winning some of these gunfights, and I feel like it's a pretty even-ish spread. You've got a top fragger on each side, but it's just Headshot Percentage that are winning out on some of these more macro, I don't know, the more macro portion of the game, and it feels really nice. Bazooka still have a little bit of catching up to do, but we've seen some crazy brilliance from this team, and we are about to see it again with the Empress out on Bazooka.
So now Neji getting shut out of the site here, has to shoot down the door, kicking it down. Still a Cypher Cage in the way here as Exalt creeps out onto B site, mows down Casper. Casper completely in the dark, nothing he could do about that one. Empress still running for Neji. They got to seize this opportunity as that is starting to run away already. Less than a quarter of its duration remaining here. Neji looking to push forward, find some of these attackers, but they are playing close to the corners, not wanting to reveal themselves. Josh Ortiz will be able to get some intel with that ultimate as Jae-Sung takes down Apex on the side here. Bazooka, it's not looking hopeful for them. Neji trying to do what they can, but there's so few opportunities. Fig goes 1-for-1 with K-Saiz. Now Yamo7 will find that revenge kill, but it may be too little, too late for Bazooka. Neji takes the head off a Miniature. There goes the heal, but Jae-Sung closes out the round, takes down Yamo7, takes down Neji. That's the triple kill for Jae-Sung. That's Headshot Percentage securing their lead.
Woohoo! And the biggest lead yet, 6-4 by 2 rounds. That's got to tell you how it's been pretty much this whole time. I mean, 6-4. This is a nice close matchup between these two kind of titans of players on these teams. They really are crazy players. I can't even explain to you like how good these players are. But anyways, how does Bazooka win out in the rest of this? How do they tie it up 6-6? It's going to have to be probably down to some of the gunfights and positioning.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull a fast one here on headshot percentage. Headshot percentage has shown they are quick to adapt. They're quick to learn the situation that Bazooka will put them in. So Bazooka is going to have to find something that headshot percentage isn't ready for, but they seem to be lacking here in this 11th round. Fig, Casper doing what they can before Casper gets taken out. 2v3 here for Bazooka, not completely unwinnable, especially as you look at where the spike has ended up, is under the watchful eye here of Fig towards the mid corridor. Headshot percentage, they have the advantage, but they still need to put together some creative problem solving, try and take this one away from Bazooka. Bazooka certainly understanding the clock is on their side. Less than 45 seconds remaining now. Apex, Fig, eyes all on mid here, is now headshot percentage creeping forward, wanting to get their hands on this spike. Here they come. Will the timing pay off? Yes, just in the nick of time. Exalt able to take down Apex. That is unfortunate for Fig. Now the lone defender remaining, just the Sheriff. No armor available for Fig there as the 3 attackers with 2 ultimates in their pockets make their way over towards the B side. Get set up here. Fig has been able to find a Vandal, but has also been spotted out by that tripwire, so Fig's job gets all that much more harder.
Yeah, it's a pretty difficult situation. You know, you hit the trip, and now they know exactly which way you're coming from. But no, if you win these gunfights, it doesn't even matter. Fig takes the head off of the Jet here, and is spotted out again with the camera. He's kind of using it to bait out some of these peaks. Not going to win out on it this time. He's got 22 HP. He's going to set up the cage, but it looks like Exalt is in a fantastic position, but Miniature finishes off his rival Cypher, and that brings him up 7-4. Another commanding lead so far in a game just like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Really tough stuff for Fig there on the save round. Not too much they could do there. Really impressive kill, B corridor, nonetheless.
Yes.
But one thing I did kind of notice, I gotta imagine Fig is a high sensitivity gamer. Just looking at how that mouse is snapping around there, you don't see that fluid moment that you might get from fluid movement rather that you might get from that low sense. You can see that twitchy kind of aim, and that's so Fig can be as quick as possible as Neji goes 1 for 1, loses out to Exalt. Apex takes down Exalt, but Jaesung snipes Apex with that Hunter's Fury, an explosive 2 kills for either side, leaving us in a 3v3 now as headshot percentage put their eyes onto A site. Fig tucked away in this back corridor. He's got to come up big. Fig wins out over Miniature. Can they find anything more? Fig gets caught looking the wrong way, but Yumo7 has his back, gets the kill onto Jaesung, pops down onto site. Josh Ortiz in the 1v2 will not win out. Bazooka get themselves a 5th round to close out the first half, and what a first half it was. Now as Bazooka move on over to the attacking side, headshot percentage look to get set up on defense.
Ooh, looking nice. What a beautiful first half. You love to see something like this, 7-5. I mean, it is top 32, but it feels like a grand finals matchup. These teams are fantastic. You can see it in some of the game sense. You know, you see some of the movements and rotations from these players is really, really high level, and you love to see it taking over control of mid. But this time, Bazooka are opting for a nice 5-man push on through B main, and it might be a pretty quick one. We might see the smoke from Apex go out onto the door, and it's going to be a pretty quick push here.
Yeah, Bazooka not wasting any time, getting out onto B site now. There goes the smokes. Here comes the push. A bit staggered there from the defenders. Casper holding it down now on B side, but Jaesung on the backside there finds 2 big kills. Bazooka a bit of a stumble getting out onto B site. Here comes Exalt through the cage, backed up by the rest of his team. Now headshot percentage really surging forward. Out onto B side as Jaesung finds his 3rd kill of the round, snipes down Fig, and now Casper all on his lonesome doing what they can, but there are 3 more full HP defenders in the way. Exalt takes down Casper, and headshot percentage re-extend their lead to get us started here in the second half.
Whoo! My goodness, I was just talking about the rotations and movement on some of these players, and that was just a really unfortunate situation because pistol rounds can be super just chaos. It could just be absolute chaos, and that one was a a quintessential example of that. I mean, it was just chaos everywhere. Sometimes you didn't even know if you were aiming at the enemy or your teammate. Just a weird situation. So there's enough time for Bazooka to come back from this one.
Yeah, Bazooka not opting for a force buy as headshot percentage had done in the first half. Bazooka playing it safe, playing the long con here for the second half. Exalt puts down Fig now towards the mid corridor. Here comes the enforcements though. Apex taking down Exalt and Neji winning out over Josh Ortiz. Bazooka with a glimpse of hope here on this eco round. Now Kesai's on the backside here, gets that quick double kill. One stone, two birds rather. Gets that single shot double kill, and what looked hopeful for Bazooka now looks dire for Apex. The lone attacker remaining, 22 HP to his name. Apex just gonna try and pull a fast one here on headshot percentage.
He's hoping to get a nice headshot in this situation. I mean, if he does on Jaesung, that could be a win there. But no, he spots out Kasei's first. And that is Apex going down to the rival Jet in this situation. My goodness, headshot percentage feeling really crispy on the defender side. I don't know if Bazooka are able to come back from this one. But now we see full guns in the hands of Neji and his friends in Bazooka, hoping to get a little explosive in this next round.
Yeah, this is make or break time here for Bazooka. They did so well to keep headshot percentage within reach in the first half, but this is a round that if they don't take this one, it's impossible to imagine how they could take the game. Bazooka, they've got to understand the stakes here, playing for their tournament lives here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, week number 40. The big 4-0, Bazooka, a newly formed team looking to leave their mark on VSS history. They've got to get past headshot percentage here. These regular entrants, headshot percentage showing how dangerous they can be, but Casper and Apex looking to take the fight right to them, find the opening 2 kills. Exalt, though, has been so reliable here in this mid-corridor, wins out over the rival Reyna in the form of in the form of Neji. Now Jaesung on the opposite side of the map here on A site, trying to hold it down as the spike gets planted here for Bazooka. 4v3 for the attackers. This, as we said, is a make or break round. Bazooka now just one spike detonation away from making it.
Yes, they've got 3 members of headshot percentage in their way. Looks like there's going to be sending the Owl drone down here and going to try and spot out as much information as possible. There's a nice post-plant situation here from Bazooka. You've got 2 members down in hell, technically 3 members, one kind of hanging around the boxes, and hopefully Jaesung can do something, but no, there was a nice trade, and it's just 1 member left, and no, Bazooka takes this round, and a very important round indeed. They had spent all of their money on some big guns, and they left alive with 3 members, and that's going to be a much better position than they would have been if they lost that round.
Yeah, absolutely. That was do or die for Bazooka, and the good news is they did rather than died. But the bad news is now comes up a streak of do or die rounds. Headshot percentage, the buy is looking rather scrappy here. Looks like they'll just stick with the Ares Guardians and then some sidearms for that composition there. But headshot percentage, if they're able to steal this round away from Bazooka, the script again stays the way it looked before the last round. We'll see if Bazooka can steady the ship here in the second half, get themselves back within touching distance of headshot percentage. Apex with the Vandal on this A corridor, trying to find Neji peeking out there, but not going to be rewarded this time. Or excuse me, Exalt rather. Looking to find Exalt peeking out, not going to be rewarded this time. So headshot percentage, though it is the eco round, wanting to play safe, wanting to make the fight come to them.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job holding their positions, holding their angles. Gets a beautiful headshot. That's what I'm talking about. They had the patience of a saint in that situation. Now it is a 5v4 situation, which is winnable, even with Josh Ortiz hanging out in tree with this shorty. He might actually be able to pick up one if they get the trade. That's going to be huge for them. But Josh, oh no, is going to be lost out from Neji with a beautiful headshot. But Exalt is here with a nice headshot of his own. Tries to get out of the situation, but is unable to. A beautiful trade. Casper getting 2 nice and quickly.
Wow, that could have been so big, and still is an opportunity here for headshot percentage that wasn't available to them earlier. Now in a 2v2, that was a big play coming up from Exalt. Now headshot percentage, they've got to convert this round here, get themselves onto double digits, and that's exactly what they needed. Jae-Sung takes down Casper, now just Fig in the 1v2, has the Phantom, has full armor, full HP, and a camera ready to go. Is that enough? Here comes the defenders, but they may just line up for them, and they do! Fig, 1v2, clutches it out. Bazooka, 7 rounds to their name.
Oh no! You hate to see stuff like that, but it was a beautiful play from Fig and an absolute perfect situation for him. But it was unfortunate to see headshot percentage just line up in that situation. They knew he had a Phantom. They needed to crossfire in that situation. They had a crossfire set up. They really did in that situation, but for some reason they wanted to peek together, and that was the wrong choice in that situation. Up against the Phantom, something like that doesn't really work too well.
Yeah, definitely a blunder really coming from headshot percentage. That's not really a situation that Fig should be allowed to walk away from in a 2v1 like that. Coming from the same angle for headshot percentage there. It's really unforgivable in that scenario, and now look at the landscape of this game, how completely different it is from what it could have been. Bazooka within 2 rounds of headshot percentage. Headshot percentage, we're in danger of wrapping this one up, closing it out over Bazooka, but Neji and the crew of Bazooka stood tall. They are standing tall, not giving this one away, and now Bazooka have been handsomely rewarded for that. They've got 4 ultimates in the pocket, and they are 4 big game-changing ultimates ready to go. Bazooka are very much within reach of taking these next 2 rounds, tying us up at 9 apiece.
Absolutely. I think this is the round that Bazooka should use a lot of these ultimates, because they know that that headshot percentage is kind of on the back foot when it comes to Econ. If they can put a stop to them now, that is just their bank in a dumpster fire, basically. Because look at this. We have a Bulldog in the hand of Josh Ortiz. That's all he's got. No one's over 1,000 credits. This is the moment that Bazooka can really put a stop to headshot percentage just in the fact of Econ. If they can do that, that's their ticket to actually really blow past headshot percentage on the back half of this second half on Ascent.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about do or die time for Bazooka. Well, they've certainly survived that time, and they've put that time on headshot percentage now. Headshot percentage, despite the lead, this is their backs against the wall here. Headshot percentage can't secure this round. Bazooka are well favored to take the rest of the half. Just in terms of economics, headshot percentage don't have much left in the tank if they give this round away. So Bazooka, a big opportunity, 4 ultimates in the bank for them as well. Headshot percentage, they've got to be clever here. K-Size with this flank up A corridor, that could be big. Bazooka may not be expecting that angle. See how it shapes up here. Apex with the Blade Storm running, goes out on the hunt and decides to back away, playing it safe. Bazooka understanding what's to play for here, not wanting to gamble too much, but Neji says, I'll roll the dice and I'll win over K-Saiz. Now Bazooka 5v4, and now a 5v3. Josh Ortiz walks right into the clutches of death. Yum07 wins out Miniature, trying to find some revenge, wins out over Fig on the opposite side of the map. Bazooka, though, still with the advantage, and it grows as Apex takes down Exalt. Yum07 takes down Miniature. Now just Jae-Sung all alone up in heaven, gets taken down. Yum07 for the triple kill, and Bazooka have completely decimated headshot percentage here in the second half.
Wow. That's exactly what I was talking about. And now you see a Bucky coming out in the hands of Miniature. A Frenzy in the hands of Kasei's. This is rough for headshot percentage. But, I mean, if they can take some guns out of the hands of Bazooka right now in this round, that could be huge for them. They do have a chance to come back from this, but they really need to either thrifty this round or at least take 2 to 3 guns out of the hands of Bazooka, because other than that, I mean, it's going to be rough seas to sail for headshot percentage.
Yeah, absolutely. Headshot percentage, understanding they've got to mix up the pace here on Bazooka, but that's not going to be the pace they were looking for. Exalt will lose out outside of B corridor. Miniature, though, is not going to lose there. Takes down Casper with the Bucky, comes along, tries to pick up that gun, but tragedy here for Miniature, but able to get the Phantom with the help of Josh Ortiz. Josh Ortiz, the savior, saving the day for Miniature. And now headshot percentage. This is very big for the defenders. Neji understanding that, pops the Empress, looking for the kill on Josh Ortiz, finding the damage, won't be able to find the kill quite yet, and there goes K-Size with the Blade Storm onto Fig. Neji finishes off Jae-Sung. Yamo7 onto K-Size for the kill, and Neji just narrowly surviving with the Empress running here. Bazooka now brought themselves into a 2v2. This very well could be the crux of the game right here in this 18th round. Miniature, Josh Ortiz now moving up this back corridor, sneaking their way through, wanting to take the fight straight to Bazooka, wanting to wait out that Empress running for the side of Bazooka. There it goes. Empress is done for Neji. Now here comes headshot percentage. 2v2 retake. Miniature creeping through the dark cover. There's the peak. Miniature wins out over Yomo7. Now just Neji in the 1v2. Neji in the 1v1. Dismisses. Moves forward.
Oh!
Neji on the triple kill. Clutches it out. 1v1. It does not get closer than that.
Oh my goodness. Bazooka does take the round, but headshot percentage, I do have to give it to them. They took down 4 members of Bazooka, but this is a huge momentum sweep for Bazooka. They have 4 rounds in a row in their pocket right now. They're feeling good. Their banks are feeling okay. They can still buy again even if they lose this round. But headshot percentage, they are on a full buy. They have the chance to come back here. But if they play like they did last round, they could totally do it. That Bucky play at the beginning of last round was absolute nuts. That blew my mind.
Yeah, Miniature came up really big for headshot percentage. We touched on Miniature at the beginning of this game as someone that really can set themselves apart with a strong performance. Hasn't been given too many opportunities in the later stages of these tournaments to do so. Miniature trying to make the most of this opportunity, putting on displays the skills we know they have. Coming up big for their team for headshot percentage. Can headshot percentage keep themselves alive? They've let a slide of rounds go over towards the side of Bazooka. Headshot percentage with this full buy and an opportunity to put a stop to the bleeding here in the second half. Bazooka on the opposite side, creeping their way in now, establishing the real estate, establishing the territory, setting themselves up for this A play. Here comes Apex through the Cloudburst, dashes up, drops down onto site, gets themselves the position, loses out. Miniature holds strong through hell, and Josh Ortiz drops down onto site, loses out to Casper. Here comes Casper onto site. Neji and Fig combined for 2 massive kills. Headshot percentage in tatters here on A site as the spike goes down. Here comes Exalt around the corner, takes down Neji, but Yamo7 for backup takes down Exalt, and now K-Size on Heaven sends out the Cloudburst. 38 armor, 94 HP, 4K size, can't win out. Yum07 delivers the lead to the side of Bazooka. Bazooka on double digits.
Oh, this is a fun match to watch so far, Dilly. I can't believe what I'm watching. This is a beautiful momentum sweep for Bazooka. It's feeling explosive. It's feeling good right now. I don't know if you saw this earlier, but Yamo7 was chilling in that little pizza area waiting for someone to try and peek that mid area from Market. And I mean, even though he didn't get to do anything, that was a fantastic position for Yemo7. It really set the pace for his team. They had confident pushes, and I feel like that's exactly what they needed, that confidence to push through, get onto site, and win that round.
Absolutely. Confidence making all the difference here, and it's certainly going to continue playing a factor now as we get into the later stages of the tournament. Miniature goes hunting again with the Bucky, doesn't find the same reward this time. Headshot percentage, give away 2 early kills. Josh Ortiz now on the push, trying to make up for it, gets the 1, won't find the second, loses out to Neji. Now headshot percentage, only 2 members remaining. Exalt, Jae-Sung left alive now. Exalt only with the half armor here. Stinger in hand, tries to find a nick of damage if they can. Won't be rewarded as such. And now here comes Jae-Sung with Exalt in tow here. Two remaining defenders trying to save their team's hopes. Apex takes down Exalt. Jae-Sung desperately spraying away, but that's going to be Bazooka getting their 11th round. That's going to be Bazooka 2 rounds away from top 16.
Look at this run. 6 rounds in a row for Bazooka. They are putting a stop to headshot percentage. It doesn't matter that they have fantastic players. Bazooka's just feeling themselves in the second half, getting really fantastic pushes and being super coordinated. You're feeling that, I don't know, you're feeling the chemistry from Bazooka, and that's exactly what we were hoping to see from this new team in the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
Absolutely. A lot of big questions are asked of any new coming team here in the top 32. Well, Bazooka showing not only do they got the answers, they've got the cheat sheet. They are ready to go. They have got the rubric. They've got the study guide. They have all the materials. They have got the knowledge. We looked at this roster for Bazooka and we said these are strong players. These are smart players. These are experienced players, and K-Size knows it better than anybody. Wins out over Yamo 7, trying to keep headshot percentage alive in this top 32 matchup. Headshot percentage, they've got that Empress available for Neji should he want it. Josh Ortiz with the Omen teleport ready to go. Now headshot percentage, simply trying to weather the storm that is Bazooka. Bazooka amping up the pressure now in this 21st round. Now less than 40 seconds remaining. Bazooka is going to have to start making some decisions here. Looks like once again it will be the A play, and headshot percentage more than ready for it. 3 defenders, maybe even 4 here. Ready to go on the A side of the map. Less than 30 seconds now. Dark cover comes out from Josh Ortiz towards the side of Apex, but here comes the execute. Josh Ortiz comes up so big. Josh Ortiz mows down the attackers. Exalt follows up. That's going to be a round for headshot percentage. Josh Ortiz take a bow, keeping his team alive, keeping Bazooka off of match point.
Give me a J. J, give me a... Okay, never mind. Sorry.
It's just too many letters.
It's too many letters. Beautiful round. Exactly what headshot percentage needed. They needed this confidence boost. They had a flawless round. The only thing they have to buy is some utility and shields. That's it. That's exactly what they needed. They've been economically crushed this entire second half from Bazooka, and now they have a pretty okay bank in their hands. I mean, Apex with the judge. We are going to see the knives come out from Apex, but this is going to be a really interesting round. They're forcing out onto the boathouse, but no! Miniature takes down Apex. That is a huge clutch from Miniature. How is Bazooka supposed to do something?
Well, Casper standing tall there in the B corridor, but Bazooka is going to have to back away from this engagement. Miniature once again delivering in a high-pressure situation here for Bazooka, coming up big, holding it down up against Apex. That is a big dub for Bazooka, getting that Blade Storm out of the way. Casper, though, still holding this territory, but it may be too little too late, because here comes the rug being pulled out from under headshot, or excuse me, pulled out from under Bazooka. Neji trying to keep trying to keep Bazooka alive here. There goes the Empress for Neji. Backs away here right into the hands of K-Size. Goodness gracious, that flank came from so far away. You would have had a telescope to have seen it coming. That is going to be the triple kill. That's going to be the game tied up at 11 apiece.
Let's go. A beautiful 3K for Kassays. Oh man, that was patience of a saint again. The slow rotation all the way to the attacker side spawn, all the way through, going nice and slow. And it pays off in a big way. Puts a stop to the Empress, and that was the round already for headshot percentage. I mean, beautiful stop to Bazooka's crazy 6-round run, and they need to keep this momentum. It is 11-11 right now, Dilly. This is a huge moment for both of these teams. They need to keep up the momentum. It looks like Bazooka's having a hard time with their econ right now. For the most part, you still have 2 members with 3K in their pockets right now, but headshot percentage can take this for the next 2 to 3 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really down to the wire now. This game started out as such a back and forth boxing match between these two teams, trading rounds back and forth. Since then, It's been really a tale of two teams. Headshot percentage looked to put this one away early, taking 6 of 7 rounds at one point, really running up the tally on Bazooka. They had all of the momentum, and it looked like they had all of the control in the game, but Bazooka kept their heads in it, stayed strong, and now look where we are. We are tied up at 11 rounds apiece now. This very well could go into overtime as these teams look to continue to make their mark here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown. Bazooka up against headshot percentage now for top 16. This is a best of one. This is do or die. These teams got to close it out now or go into overtime. Big gets the opening kill, trying to get some revenge as Exalt. It will be Josh Ortiz finding the kill on the Neji as Yum07 takes down Josh Ortiz. Exalt on the side takes down Yum07, and now a 3v3 with this Empress running for headshot percentage as they look to try and hold down on the site onto A side, but Bazooka are establishing the real estate, and Casper on this catwalk here could come up big as the spike goes down. Exalt trying to find the damage, will back away for a new angle. Now here comes the retake. Here comes headshot percentage. Jae-Sung wins out over Casper. Now a 3v2. Fig. Oh my goodness, Fig wins out over the 2 kills, but won't find the 3rd. That goes to Jae-Sung. That goes to headshot percentage. Headshot percentage onto match point.
Wow. Once again, Fig gets a beautiful, lined up double kill with the headshots, but is unable to finish it off because Jae-Sung, obviously won that gunfight, but I gotta point it out. Headshot percentage. They were all heaven, all 3 of them in heaven, trying to figure out something to do, and they all cohesively decided to go through tree, and that was I think that was the win condition for that round for headshot percentage. That rotation was big brain. You love to see it.
The heaven push for a retake is so dicey for a defender to do. It's such a dangerous angle to approach from. So I really respect that decision from headshot percentage. And as you said, that was the key for them to win that round. And this could be the key for them to win this game. K-Size, goodness gracious, double kill, mid-corridor, eviscerating Bazooka. Have they been defused? Fig trying to find a kill here, won't be able to come up big. Headshot percentage in a 5v3 on match point.
Oh my gosh. Really feeling themselves right now as Kase's. I was going to say it last round. We haven't seen a lot of operators on the field at all in this whole matchup. There's been 1 or 2 throughout this whole time. Now, Kase's feeling themselves, gets the operator in hand. 2 quick kills down mid. It doesn't even matter. It's a really tough situation now for Bazooka.
And that is the nature of the operator. It can be such a wasted investment, or it can be the single tool that turns the tides. Headshot percentage now have completely flipped this match on its head. Here comes the push. Miniature takes down Fig, gets traded out by Apex, but that leaves only 2 attackers remaining. The Hunter's Fury ringing out from headshot percentage. Won't find anybody there. Casper, though, on this off angle as the spike goes down. This could be the key for Bazooka staying alive. This could be the game for headshot percentage. Now, headshot percentage on the retake. Dark cover blocks Casper out from this corridor, sends out the recon bolt to try and get some vision. Won't reveal anyone as of yet. Casper sends out the shock dart. Won't find any damage there. Oh, so close, but Jae-Sung through the smoke, and K-Size cleans up house. Triple kill for K-Size. That's the dub for headshot percentage. GG, they move on to the top 16.
Thank you guys for giving us a beautiful game to cast. This was top 32, and I am sweating. That whole time I was clenching every muscle in my body because headshot percentage, Bazooka, 2 titanic teams with amazing players on each side going head to head. You love to see stuff like that, and now headshot percentage is punching their ticket on over to top 16, but off the back of a really hard-fought win. It was hard-fought.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams not wanting to give anything away to the other, and just an absolute slobber knocker of a fight. These guys trading blows back and forth, and honestly, I think 13-11 is the best scoreline that this game could have ended up on to perfectly represent how closely matched these two teams were. We'll be seeing the MVP goes over over to Jae Sung,
Oh, yeah.
the Sova extraordinaire, coming up big for their side. Really excellent stuff for Jae Sung, but just, I mean, all around, just a massive performance from both of these teams. And I want to say I'm almost glad it didn't go to overtime, simply because I wanted this to stay a test of these teams' skills, not a test of the stamina. At that point, you know, it's who can outlast the other. But these teams really just showing who has the edge over the other. Really, really exciting game. And I'm really, really excited to see more from the side of Bazooka. As we said, this was their first Valorant Sunday Showdown as a roster, and my, what a performance that was, breaking into the top 32 and almost taking it all the way up against a very storied team in the form of headshot percentage. So GG's to both sides, an absolute beauty of a game, and we will be back in a quick few minutes with our next game here for top 16. Stick around, you definitely don't want to miss it.